He's a I think it's a late 50s, early 60s freshened air. This is, they labeled these under Dayton also. I think this is 15 inches, 14, I'm not really sure in the size. Actually, it might be 17 inches. But I got this fan for free. It wasn't running. This cage is a pain in the ass. It took a fall and it is completely destroyed, this fan. I like this fan a lot, but it is in really bad shape, the cage, and I don't really feel like putting much effort into it. I bent it just enough so that way it doesn't hit. I might shave the blades down. I know that's not that great, but they're pretty messed up and it's not really worth keeping anyway, so I might shave them down slightly to fit. This rattles a lot, but now I got it. I had to take the motor apart because it was really seized up. And the rest, this thing was caked in crap. It was disgusting. I might have a picture of it, but the blades had at least a half an inch thick of dirt because it was used outside, and the guy that had this practically used it till it was on his deathbed. But luckily the bearings aren't completely destroyed because he oiled it. But I will be using this my parents will be using this, and they'll have it outside. It was missing the knob, so I had this extra one. I'll show you the data plate in the back. It's pretty cool. Model C77, 60 cycles, 65 watts. Now, I did oil this motor, but it is drawing 30 more watts than it should. So I'm thinking that it's because the bearings haven't seated right. This fan was run through, so it's not going to run perfectly fine, but it's perfect for what I need. You can actually hear it without the badge rattling. I just stick this in it. I don't look at the amps, but I check the watts. The amount of air this thing moves is crazy. This will be perfect for my parents. It's quiet enough. It'll soon like run better the longer I run it, but for what it is, it gets the job done. I'll probably put a different cord on it from my scrap pile. I don't really care about this fan, so if it gets damaged, I'm not really gonna care that much. I mean, it's cool, but it's pretty rough, and considering I got it free, I have no money into it anyways. Once it runs better, it goes down to 90. I hope that once I run it more, the blade or the bearings will actually seat and I won't have to worry about anything. Let's see, that fan is running too, but for what it is, it's a good fan. The blade's supposed to sit way far forward, but whoever dropped it, the cage was bent really badly. I still feel it from here. It's definitely not supposed to run this slow. Low is practically unusable at this point. You can feel it, but is it even worth it? I mean, 30 watts isn't amazing, but once bearings get broken into, it should be running better. But the clearance between the cage and the guard is pretty slim. It's less than a quarter of an inch. I don't really care. If something happens to this fan, it's just going in the trash. But cleaned up well. Put some more on it, didn't really clean it that much, but it's a good fan. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed.